There is only one legally haunted house in America. I'm a lawyer. Let me tell you the story. It starts in Nyack, New York in 1989. The case is Stambosky versus Ackley. Helen Ackley had moved to this house to raise their 4 children. Helen had some interesting happenings within the house. In fact, this house was on a tour of ghost houses around Halloween every year. She was very public about her poltergeists in her house. Helen even says that one of the poltergeists would wake the children up every morning by shaking the bed. Another poltergeist would leave gifts for the children. It seemed like one big happy family, albeit dead. Well, Helen wants to sell the house. She puts it on the market and she tells her agent, hey, I want to make sure that anybody out there knows they're buying a ghost house. Well, he gets an offer on the house from Mr. Stambosky. He is from New York City and he doesn't know anything about the history of the house. He makes an offer on the house and he has to put down $32,500, which in today's money is about $82,000. Helen, wanting to make sure that this is an open and honest and fair dealing, tells Mr. Stambosky about the haunting. He refuses to close. He says, I never had that conversation with your agent, and he doesn't close on the house. In fact, he loses his earnest money, the $32,500, because he didn't close. He sues for rescission. It means he wants to undo the contract. It goes through the trial system. He loses at the trial level, and then he appeals to the Court of Appeals in New York. The court, having a lot of fun with this, uses terms like hobgoblin, spirit of the case, doesn't have a ghost of a chance. They're having fun with this. But ultimately what they decide is, yes, you can rescind this, because not only did Miss Ackley know that the house was haunted, she perpetuated that haunting in the public lore. She could now be protected by estoppel, saying that, he didn't know that this was public knowledge. The courts ultimately decide, in a famous quote, this house, as a matter of law, is haunted. It is a legally haunted house. The contract was rescinded. If anybody knows what's happened with this house since, let me know in the comments. Now, if you want to know about the only legal unaliving by the paranormal, let me know in the comments.